Strict new emission controls on the shipping industry will likely raise the state's already high cost of living. But supporters say the health benefits will eventually overshadow the price tag. KITV4's Andrew Pereira has this exclusive story. He joins us now live from Honolulu Harbor. Andrew, what have you found out?
Well, Paula, those new environmental regulations are expected to cost the industry billions of dollars. That's billions with a B. Now, shippers who use Honolulu Harbor here behind me say that those higher costs will ultimately be passed on to you and I, the consumer.
98% of all products arriving in Hawaii come by ship. And starting August 1st, those ships will be mandated by law to reduce emissions coming out of their smokestacks.
We've been fully supportive of the international treaty requirements. We think this is the right way to proceed to control emissions from international shipping.
Known as the North American Emission Control Area, the international treaty requires almost all ships to switch to a lower sulfur fuel 200 miles from port. Ships can also meet the requirement by installing scrubbers to treat their exhaust.
They basically take what were very, very weak standards on the amount of sulfur emissions on ships and basically tries to ratchet up to a more moderate level.
Switching to pricier low-sulfur fuel with 1% content is expected to cost the industry $3.2 billion by 2020. Now, according to the Environmental Protection Agency, this will increase the cost of transporting goods to Hawaii by 3%. Sending a 20-foot container to the islands will go up by about $18.
So it's the people who own the materials that are inside the containers that we carry that ultimately are going to be faced with a higher transportation cost.
Those higher costs will ultimately be passed on to consumers. The EPA believes the new emission standards will prevent 4.9 million cases of acute respiratory symptoms by 2020 and prevent between 5,500 and 14,000 premature deaths.
EPA went through extensive study, public outreach, and analysis to try and come up with these figures. Looking at the cost to society, it's definitely going to be a net benefit.
And Paula, back here live at Honolulu Harbor, EPA also estimates that the new environmental controls, the health benefits will total anywhere from $47 to $110 billion. So that's the key number that supporters are flagging in these new environmental mandates that begin August 1st. Paula, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Andrew.